Good day, here are today's top stories from the Pna Headlines. As the 19th Congress adjourns this week, the House of Representatives and the Senate have approved several proposed measures, including priority bills of the Marcos administration. These bills cover infrastructure, healthcare, education, agriculture, taxation, and judiciary reforms. More on this from Stephanie Sevillano.
The Senate and House of Representatives have passed several priority measures days before the 19th Congress takes a break on February 7. The bills include Senate Bill number 2942, which seeks to defer the first parliamentary elections in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. The Senate also passed Senate Bill number 2838, or the Magna Carta of Barangay Health Workers, which grants benefits to community health personnel. Senate Bill number 2928, or the expansion of the Philippine General Hospital. Senators also approved Senate Bill number 2647, which seeks to strengthen the Bases Conversion and Development Authority. To improve the judicial system, the Senate approved the creation of new regional trial court branches in Zamboanga del Norte, Davao del Sur, and Palawan. It also approved House Bill number 10926, which seeks to renew 25-year franchise of Meralco. Other measures include Senate Bill number 2826, which will enhance the fiscal regime for large-scale metallic mining. Senate Bill number 2893, which shall establish the Virology Institute of the Philippines, and Senate Bill number 2818, strengthening the National Housing Authority. In the House, lawmakers approved on third reading a bill aimed at strengthening the country's healthcare system. Under House Bill 11357, which amends the Universal Healthcare Act, sets the premium contribution rates for all PhilHealth members at 3.5% from the current 5% rate, subject for adjustment. Migrant workers would also no longer have to pay any premium. The bill is a priority measure under the Legislative Executive Development Advisory Council. The House also approved House Bill number 11355, strengthening the Bureau of Animal Industry and its functions as a line agency under the Department of Agriculture. Another passed measure was House Bill number 11360, imposing structured tax hikes on tobacco products, and House Bill 11286, which mandates a track and trace system on products to enforce excise tax imposition. Meanwhile, the House and Senate passed counterpart bills seeking to upgrade the Polytechnic University of the Philippines to the National Polytechnic University. Senate Bill number 2669 and House Bill number 11341 propose amendments to the PUP Charter, giving the university fiscal and institutional autonomy. The upgrades will enable PUP to offer advanced instruction and training programs in the fields of engineering and architecture, applied sciences, and other polytechnic programs. Should both bills be deemed compatible, an enrolled bill will be passed and submitted to President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. For the Pna Headlines, I'm Stephanie Sevillano.
The Department of Agriculture has declared a food security emergency for rice in response to the extraordinary spike in rice prices in the country. The DA issued a declaration on Monday following the transmission of the resolution from the National Price Coordinating Council on January 30. Under the declaration, the National Food Authority will start selling its rice tax in select kadiwa ng Pangulo sites to local government units, other government agencies, and government-owned and controlled corporations at 36 pesos per kilo. This provides access to cheaper rice for consumers and allow farmers to provide more palay for the country's rice buffer stock. The state of food security emergency will be implemented until lifted by the DA chief. Meantime, rice prices will be reviewed every 4 months to determine whether there is an extraordinary price increase. DA Secretary Francisco Tiu Laurel Jr. said the emergency declaration will stabilize rice prices and ensure that it remains affordable and accessible to consumers. Back in January, the DA set a maximum suggested retail price for 5% broken rice. Cheaper rice options are also available in Kadiwa ng Pangulo centers and kiosks under the Rice for All and the 29 pesos per gram. Malacanang says President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. will not intervene in the impeachment proceedings against Vice President Sara Duterte. Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin dismissed claims that the President is responsible for the delays in the impeachment process. In a statement, Bersamin emphasized that the House of Representatives has the sole prerogative to initiate and act on impeachment complaints. He also said the President respects the jurisdiction and authority of Congress as a co-equal branch of government. Duterte faces 3 impeachment complaints over alleged misconduct and misuse of millions of confidential and intelligence funds when she served as Education Secretary. In a separate interview, House Secretary General Reginald Velasco said the impeachment complaints against Duterte will be submitted to House Speaker Martin Romualdez this week. Vote buyers and other individuals planning to disrupt elections may be arrested on site without a warrant based on a new order from the Commission on Elections. A resolution from the Comelec has allowed law enforcers to execute a warrantless arrest against people engaged in vote buying, vote selling, and abuse of state resources during an election. Perpetrators will immediately be detained. Meanwhile, materials used, including money, valuable sample ballots, and campaign materials will be seized by the apprehending law enforcers. These items will be recorded from confiscation to submission for use as court evidence. The Omnibus Election Code defines vote buying as the offering of money or anything of value in exchange for a vote for or against any candidate. On the other hand, vote selling is considered when a person solicits or receives any expenditure in exchange of their vote. In other news, the National Commission for Culture and the Arts launched on Monday the celebration of National Arts Month 2025. The NCCA hosted the opening of National Arts Month at an event led by NCCA Chair Victorino Mapa Manalo and Executive Director Eric Zerudo in Intramuros, Manila. Arts and Culture Ambassador and Miss Universe 2018 Catriona Gray also joined the festivities along with other special guests. The NCCA also unveiled its new building facade inspired by Bulacan's Singkaban Festival. Meanwhile, guests were treated to a free tour at Museo de Intramuros and a light display at the Metropolitan Theater. National Arts Month was established in 1991 by President Corazon Aquino. The event is a nationwide celebration of the Philippines' rich and diverse heritage and culture. This year's theme is Ani ng Sining, Diwa at Damdamin, in celebration of the transformative power of Filipino arts and the passion and spirit of Filipino artists. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the PNA headlines. For more news updates, visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The PNA headlines is also streamed via the Servicio Facebook page. You may also watch the PNA headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under PNA News. I am Marita Moahe. This is PNA Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.